The silence after the storm. A catastrophic event ripped through the skies, leaving a nation in shock. India mourned. A tragic plane crash etched itself into collective memory, leaving countless questions unanswered. From the very beginning, a cloud of confusion shrouded the disaster.
We're looking at a total breakdown.
Explanations were scarce,
the president has announced
elusive.
a new initiative.
What truly happened in those final, terrifying moments? The world searched for clarity amidst the chaos. Initial reports quickly converged on a few theories. The first pointed to a critical mechanical malfunction on board. Experts speculated about a catastrophic structural failure, a flaw within the aircraft's intricate systems. Another prevailing theory highlighted severe weather conditions. Unpredictable gusts and turbulence were blamed. Pilots reportedly battled extreme atmospheric pressures, losing control amidst a sudden and violent storm. The third major theory suggested human error. A momentary lapse in judgment, a critical miscalculation. Whether fatigued crew or flawed decisions, the human element was deeply scrutinized as a potential cause. But what if every analysis, every theory, was fundamentally flawed? What if we've been looking at this all wrong? Tonight, new evidence has emerged. A groundbreaking video, hidden from public view, surfaces now. This footage is more than just a leak. It's a fundamental shift, an absolute game-changer in understanding. What you're about to witness fundamentally alters every previous analysis.
Confirm that the subject was aware
Prepare
of the risks.
for a shocking revelation. Forget everything you thought you knew about this disaster. The true story is far more complex. Join us as we unravel the shocking truth. The mystery of the India plane crash deepens. Before new revelations, we must return to the initial chaos. The very first hours after the crash. The world watched, stunned. Initial reports emerged, a desperate attempt to grasp the unimaginable. Immediately, theories surfaced, attempting to explain an unfolding tragedy. A desperate search for answers began. Investigators descended upon the wreckage, confronting the grim reality. Every shattered piece held a clue. The air traffic controller's frantic calls echoed, a chilling soundtrack to an unfolding disaster. What truly happened? Among the first theories, a catastrophic dual-engine failure. The very heart of the aircraft silenced. Could a bird strike, a seemingly small event, trigger such a devastating chain reaction? A terrifying possibility. Multiple bird strikes are rare, yet capable of crippling power plants. A sudden, violent impact. Another sinister possibility, contaminated fuel. A silent killer introduced into the aircraft's critical systems. Impure or incorrect fuel could fatally compromise engine performance, especially during critical takeoff. Pilots face unimaginable pressure when engines fail. Immediate, decisive action is paramount, yet often futile. Dual-engine failure suggests profound systemic issues, not just isolated malfunction. A full system breakdown. Early flight recorder data suggested power loss, lending weight to the dual-engine failure hypothesis. Investigators meticulously examined fuel lines and pumps, searching for any anomalies. Every detail scrutinized. Physical evidence from the wreckage hinted at internal engine damage. A story told in twisted metal. The bird strike theory gained traction. Tangible debris could offer a clear, immediate cause. Fuel samples were critical. Contamination, if present, would profoundly alter the investigation's direction. Yet, even with strong indicators, definitive proof remained elusive. The engine silence held deeper secrets. Another theory emerged: incorrect flap settings. A critical pre-flight check potentially overlooked or mismanaged. Flaps are crucial for takeoff lift, dictating wing aerodynamics. Wrong settings spell catastrophe. Misconfigured flaps could prevent the aircraft from generating sufficient lift at takeoff speeds. A fatal oversight. The crew checklist details precise flap settings. Deviation, even minor, introduces grave risks. Without proper flap deployment, the aircraft struggles, losing vital airspeed and precious lift. A desperate fight. Scrutiny turned to cockpit procedures, communication logs. Was the critical flap setting verified? A human error, a momentary lapse, could initiate an unstoppable chain of events. A pilot's nightmare. Flight data recorders offered clues about wing configuration and aerodynamic performance. The numbers spoke. Aerodynamic analysis confirmed that incorrect flaps severely impact lift, increasing drag dramatically. Simulation tests demonstrated the catastrophic consequences of such an error during the takeoff roll. Could a worn-out flap actuator mechanism reveal a hidden mechanical fault? A critical possibility. The flap system integrates with other controls, its failure impacting the entire flight envelope. Yet, concrete evidence directly linking incorrect flap settings to the crash remained elusive. More questions than answers. The third major theory, premature flap retraction. Retracting vital lift surfaces too soon. Flaps provide crucial low-speed lift. Retracting them prematurely strips the aircraft of essential support. This action, intended for higher speeds, drastically reduces lift at critical takeoff velocity. The aircraft, deprived of lift, struggles to climb. A sudden, dangerous aerodynamic stall looms. Such an event would demand immediate, counterintuitive corrective action, leaving little reaction time. Investigators scrutinized flight data, searching for abnormal flap movements during the initial climb. Standard operating procedures dictate flap retraction only after reaching safe climbing speeds. Pilot training emphasizes precise flap management. Timing is everything in critical takeoff phases. Could a mechanical malfunction or electrical glitch have caused an unintentional, premature retraction? The early investigation was plagued by conflicting evidence, each theory presenting its own compelling, yet incomplete, narrative. Strengths of one theory contradicted weaknesses of another. No single explanation held all the answers. The absence of a definitive explanation fueled speculation, creating a void of certainty for the public. Lingering questions hung heavy over the tragedy. The early stages offered no conclusive path forward. The search for truth continued, patiently sifting through debris and data, waiting for the full picture. For months, confusion reigned, fueled by grainy, unreliable footage. The true events obscured by poor quality. But now, an original, uncompressed video has emerged. Its clarity changes everything for investigators. Unlike the countless blurry copies, this source material provides unprecedented detail, removing all prior ambiguity. Every pixel, every frame, now speaks volumes. It offers the clarity previously impossible to find. This superior quality isn't just aesthetic, it's fundamental. It allows for critical, frame-by-frame analysis. Where questions once loomed, new evidence now shines through, revealing truths previously hidden in shadow. As we scrutinize this pivotal moment, a subtle yet critical detail manifests beneath the aircraft. Here it is. A small component, barely visible at first, begins its emergency deployment sequence. This is undeniable visual confirmation. A Ram Air Turbine, or RAT, has been deployed. The identification is absolute. This specific mechanism is a telltale sign of catastrophic failure unfolding. For experts, this visual isn't just a detail, it's a flashing red light. A critical piece of the puzzle. This single visual confirmation changes our entire understanding of what truly occurred during the final seconds. What exactly is a Ram Air Turbine? It's a small, propeller-driven generator, a silent guardian. Normally stowed away, hidden from view, the RAT is an essential part of an aircraft's emergency systems. When deployed, its blades spin vigorously from the airflow, converting kinetic energy into vital power. Though small in size, its presence during an incident is monumental, signifying an extreme emergency. It's a marvel of engineering simplicity, designed for one purpose, to function when all else fails. The RAT represents the ultimate backup, a last-ditch effort to keep critical aircraft systems operational. Its critical purpose emerges in the most extreme emergencies, when primary power sources become unavailable. The RAT's primary role is to provide crucial electrical power to essential flight instruments and controls. Without this power, pilots would lose vital instrumentation, making control impossible in such critical moments. Beyond electricity, the rat also generates hydraulic pressure, essential for moving control surfaces and landing gear. This allows pilots to maintain at least basic control, enough to attempt an emergency landing maneuver. It acts as a final lifeline, connecting the pilots to the aircraft's crucial functions when all else has ceased. In the face of overwhelming failure, the Ram Air Turbine provides a critical, albeit limited, chance. When does this crucial device automatically deploy? Its activation is governed by strict, specific conditions. On a sophisticated aircraft like the Boeing 787, the RAT deployment is a highly automated process. It triggers only under catastrophic circumstances, specifically a total loss of primary electrical power generation. When the aircraft's computer systems detect a critical drop below specific power thresholds, the RAT deploys. This isn't a manual pilot action. The aircraft systems decide when this ultimate backup is required. Its deployment indicates a profound system-wide failure, an emergency beyond conventional contingencies. Thus, the visible deployment of the RAT provides the first concrete, undeniable evidence of dual-engine failure. This single visual confirms the unimaginable: both engines failed, plunging the aircraft into a critical emergency. Our journey into the India plane crash deepens. Beyond the visuals, a new realm of evidence emerges. We now turn our focus to the clearer video, unlocking critical auditory clues previously hidden. This enhanced footage allows for an unprecedented auditory analysis, revealing crucial details in the soundscape. The improved clarity isn't just visual. It sharpens our understanding of the tragic moments before impact. Precision audio tools dissect every sonic signature, searching for anomalies in the deadly silence. What we uncovered was not merely noise, but a distinct, identifiable sound marking a critical event. Our analysis identifies the unmistakable sound signature of the Ram Air Turbine, or RAT, in action. This is not the expected roar of jet engines, but a high-pitched whir, strikingly out of place. The RAT's activation generates a unique auditory footprint, unlike anything a functioning jet typically produces. Its distinctive, high-pitched prop sound cuts through the air, a stark declaration of an unfolding crisis. Imagine the rapid spin of a small propeller. That's the specific acoustic signature we meticulously isolated. This isolated sound wave is precise, consistent, and unmistakably generated by a rapidly rotating turbine. Comparing it to known Ram Air Turbine deployments, the similarities are undeniable, chillingly accurate. Every rotation, every blade pass, creates a specific audible frequency that our analysis has captured. This high-frequency hum is more than background noise, it's a direct, mechanical testimony to what occurred. In contrast, the typical soundscape of a modern jet at this stage should be a near-absolute silence. When main engines fail, the absence of their thrum is profound. A different quiet descends. Jet engines, without thrust, offer only the whisper of air resistance, not the whir of an auxiliary power unit. The presence of this distinct prop sound, amid expected engine silence, signals a grave mechanical anomaly. Pilots train for the eerie quiet of dual-engine failure. The RAT sound interrupts that expected stillness. This sound is reminiscent of a small propeller plane, a stark acoustic contrast to a modern airliner. It's an anachronistic sound, alien to the sophisticated engineering of a wide-body passenger jet. The mechanical similarity to a propeller engine reveals the RAT's function, generating emergency power from airflow. Such an audible signature, foreign to a jet's normal operations, demands immediate and thorough investigation. The sound of the RAT, therefore, isn't just noise, it's a critical indicator of emergency system activation. This clear auditory evidence firmly corroborates the visual confirmation of the Ram Air Turbine's deployment. Sound and sight converge, providing irrefutable proof of the RAT actively operating in the final moments. Every data point, every sound bite, adds to the mosaic, painting a clearer picture of the disaster. The distinct RAT sound, verified by audio experts, leaves no doubt regarding its critical deployment sequence. RAT activation unequivocally points to a severe, catastrophic power loss event, beyond typical engine failures. This system deploys only when all primary and secondary power sources have tragically failed, indicating grave danger. Paradoxically, the RAT is designed for high-altitude emergencies, harnessing fast airflow for vital systems. Its deployment at low altitude, however, amplifies the catastrophe, revealing the desperate final struggle for power. The investigation deepens, unearthing critical new data. Our analysis now shifts to compelling corroborating evidence. Each piece of information is meticulously scrutinized, forming a clearer, more disturbing picture of the incident. Beyond technical reports, human testimony provides a visceral, undeniable layer of truth to the unfolding narrative. Among the chaos, a miraculous voice emerged. A survivor's testimony, defying all odds, painted a harrowing scene. Their words carry immense weight, offering a unique, unfiltered perspective from inside the doomed aircraft. This survivor's account begins just moments before impact, revealing disturbing events in rapid succession. From the impending doom, a distinct, violent bang echoed, an audible signature of catastrophic failure. This thunderous sound, heard by the survivor, was a critical precursor to the ensuing, horrifying descent. The bang signifies an instantaneous, immense mechanical stress, a sound that would haunt any aviation expert. Almost simultaneously, the cabin plunged into disarray as lights began to violently flicker on and off. This chaotic light display, a testament to failing electrical systems, mirrored the growing panic on board. The flickering wasn't random, it suggested a fundamental disruption to the aircraft's primary power generation. These harrowing events, the bang, the flickering lights, all transpired in the agonizing moments before impact. The survivor's lucid recollection places these anomalies precisely at the threshold of the plane's destruction. This timeline is crucial, providing direct sensory input from the aircraft's final, desperate minutes of flight. Remarkably, this eyewitness account directly corroborates a critical technical finding: the RAT's sudden deployment. The Ram Air Turbine is designed for emergency power, activating only when all other power sources fail. Its unexpected deployment confirms a catastrophic loss of primary electrical and hydraulic systems on board the plane. The RAT's activation directly corresponds with the survivor's description of sudden, desperate power fluctuations. It was the aircraft's last-ditch effort, an automatic response to a full-scale systemic breakdown in the skies. The RAT's deployment isn't merely a coincidence, it's undeniable proof of a profound, immediate power failure. This emergency power source was designed to bring critical backup electrical systems back online for limited function. Its activation would have supplied minimal, essential power for crucial flight controls, communications, and instruments. Yet, even with backup power, the aircraft was already spiraling, unable to recover from the catastrophic failure. Further solidifying this narrative, reports emerged of a chilling mayday call broadcast from the cockpit. This urgent transmission offered direct, immediate insight into the pilot's desperate struggle in their final moments. The content of this mayday call unequivocally corroborates the events described by the courageous survivor. The distress call's chilling declaration, loss of thrust, provided undeniable, real-time confirmation of catastrophic failure. This phrase, uttered by pilots, is critical evidence, indicating both engines ceased to generate power effectively. The simultaneous failure of both engines would lead to an immediate and severe loss of all forward propulsion. The convergence of these independent accounts solidifies the theory: a dual-engine failure precipitated this disaster. Eyewitness, technical, and communication records all point to the same catastrophic conclusion, leaving no doubt. Multiple independent confirmations paint a stark picture, leaving little room for alternative explanations for the crash. The true horror of the India plane crash has been obscured. Now, a torrent of new evidence emerges. Our relentless investigation has unearthed critical, undeniable facts, reshaping everything we thought we knew. Initial theories, once dominant, now waver under the weight of this comprehensive, groundbreaking new data. This is not just an update, it's a paradigm shift in understanding one of aviation's greatest mysteries. Brace yourselves. The most shocking revelation points to a catastrophic event previously unthinkable. Among the debris, a silent witness speaks volumes: the Ram Air Turbine. A crucial emergency system. The RAT deploys only when primary power sources fail, typically due to significant engine issues. Visual confirmation from the newly revealed video clearly shows the RAT extended mid-flight. This is not a malfunction. A deployed RAT is a desperate plea for power, an undeniable indicator. Crucially, a single engine failure rarely triggers RAT deployment. Aircraft systems are designed to cope. The RAT's presence strongly suggests a much graver scenario, a total or near-total power loss. The visual evidence from the RAT is irrefutable. It paints a stark picture of a doomed flight. Beyond sight, the very air itself carries chilling clues. Auditory evidence now aligns. Expert audio analysis of the crash footage reveals critical, disturbing irregularities in engine sounds. Significantly, there's an eerie absence of normal engine thrust. Just distressed, then fading, power. Eyewitnesses on the ground reported hearing an abnormal quietness, followed by strange, guttural noises. This auditory profile differs sharply from a typical single-engine shutdown. The silence is deafening. Specific sound patterns suggest a rapid, simultaneous reduction of thrust, rather than a gradual decline. The auditory evidence, meticulously examined, strongly corroborates a sudden, critical loss of propulsion. From the ground, multiple perspectives coalesce into a single, harrowing narrative. Eyewitnesses speak. Witnesses consistently describe the aircraft's unusual trajectory, appearing to struggle for altitude and control. Many reported a distinct lack of engine smoke or flames, yet a clear sense of mechanical distress. Crucially, several individuals independently recounted seeing an object deploy from the aircraft's underside. This independent corroboration of a deployed object aligns precisely with the visual RAT evidence. The most unsettling detail, accounts of the plane descending with a profound, almost unnatural, silence. Collective eyewitness testimony paints a consistent picture of catastrophic power loss, challenging prior assumptions. Amidst the chaos, a chilling whisper, the reported Mayday call. A desperate plea for help. A Mayday call signifies immediate, grave danger. It's a last resort when all other options are failing. Though specific transcripts remain guarded, reliable sources indicate the call referenced dual-engine failure. While not officially released, multiple highly credible sources corroborate the Mayday's critical content. This desperate radio transmission, if confirmed, provides direct, horrifying confirmation of the aircraft's plight. The convergence of RAT, audio, eyewitnesses, and Mayday now paints an undeniable picture. Dual-engine failure is no longer a theory, it stands as the overwhelmingly probable cause. Initial theories, once prominent, are now significantly challenged. Our understanding has dramatically evolved. Even reputable early reports, like Aviation heralds, must now be critically reevaluated in light of this data. The new video offered grim clarity, confirming a catastrophic dual-engine failure. The what is tragically clear. But beyond the immediate event, a profound, unsettling question emerges: why did both engines fail? A state-of-the-art Dreamliner, its engines designed for reliability, failed so rapidly after takeoff. The why remains elusive, shrouded in the intricate dance of modern aviation technology and unforeseen variables. Could fuel contamination be the hidden culprit, a silent killer introduced into the aircraft's vital supply? Or perhaps other unforeseen issues, a complex chain of events, contributed to this unprecedented disaster? The black box data, the aircraft's final confession, holds the irrefutable answers we desperately seek. Its decoding is paramount, not just for this investigation, but for the future safety of air travel globally. The investigation continues. Stay tuned to our channel as new details emerge, bringing us closer to truth. Engage with our analysis. Share your thoughts below and subscribe for more in-depth, cinematic investigations.